So my name is Alfredo Patron. I look after the mobility business in EMEA, which is Europe, Middle East, and Africa. So the mobile strategy in Microsoft, it's brought in a way that people will think mobility is about the device, and it's really not it. The way we see it is how people interact with information today, where it's from your laptop, your desktop, and how you use different form factors and devices to have decisions if you're in a work environment, or even if you're a consumer and you need access to information like the latest weather, you want to see the next movie, or you want to be in touch with your email. You have all those different type of experiences. As we talk about business scenario today, if you look at the workforce today and the requirements we have, there's a lot of mobility. There's a lot of necessity for people out there to be in constant connection with the information in their companies. They interact with their partners, customers, and they have to do it in an instant way. Time is of essence here. People want to respond fast. Also, companies want to enable and empower their employees that while they're out there, and in this world where it's so global, people are traveling, they're on planes, they're on trains, taxis, etc. You can have those decisions right there, and no longer you have the need I need to go back to my office, I need to connect to my computer, I need to call someone. You can do that there. So that becomes very rich. For us, it's also about how easy it is to deploy and implement in your company. A lot of companies today are thinking of mobility, that's something complex, that sounds something costly, or maybe I'll give it just to a certain percent of the population within my company. And certainly that's not the case. Where we are today, it will work with what you have. We have great stories around interoperability, working with standard, a lot of standardization has been going on. We adopted that. So it's very easy to either customize or just connect directly to your corporate systems, going through all the different security levels that you need. So there's that security component to it. And again, from basic things like doing your email, running line of business applications. So maybe you're a finance firm, whether it's a bank or it's an analyst firm, and you have different requirements beyond email. There are a lot of third-party applications that you can run today in the device and interact with your backend in a very secure and manageable way. And where we differentiate from the competition and all the solutions out there, one, it's easy to implement. Two, you can customize or develop in-house if you so want to or need to. Our development story is pretty strong because it's based on what we already launched in the market, which is the whole .NET, Visual Studio, tools and frameworks. So if you have that knowledge that you can apply to the mobile platform. So all the developers you have in place, you can get them to extend applications on these type of scenarios. And again, there's multiple scenarios: manufacturing, HR, etc., CRM, ERP. Most of the well-known vendors have an application or a module that will run on Windows Mobile. And we're continuing to work on developing that. So whether you want to buy or develop, in either way we have an option for you. We have a lot of flexibility. So whether you want a form factor that has a keyboard, touchscreen, GPS, Wi-Fi, etc., we have that. You need something more trimmed down that it just gives you more basic needs, we have that for you as well. If you have a preferred hardware manufacturer or mobile operator, pretty sure we're going to have an option for you. And most of our solutions work worldwide, which goes back to the richness of the platform. The last thing is how we extend the mobility story, not just on the device, but again to the laptop, the desktop, and even that TV in many instances. So for us is the Windows story, the mobile story, and how you can move data around in a very seamless, easy to do way, and just be productive all along. In this economic climate, in this downturn, and all the pressure and issues we're seeing today, mobility is not something that we should think as an afterthought or something that not implement right now. We've seen many cases, many business stories, small, mid-sized, big companies that through mobility, they can, one, be more agile, respond to challenges in a more immediate, fast way, empower their employees. An agile company today in these times is a company that reacts to change, which is obvious, to react to what the market needs, where we need to go. I think many companies are realizing the strategy we had for the year, we have to change that, we have to revisit that. So an agile company is one that reacts to that change, what's happening outside and inside in a fast way. There are commitments that need to be delivered around your profitability and your results, whether you're a sales organization, services, etc. This required change today has to be done in a fast way, has to be implemented in the most cost sensitive way as well, so that doesn't drive a lot of impact. And technology can enable that. So this is when we start looking at how does Microsoft and how does mobility, more importantly, enable you to implement that agile company so that you can also empower your employees, enable the flow of information, enable decision making all the way to that last mile with that sales professional is, or that consultant, or that healthcare agent, whatever the scenario is. How do we enable that decision power going from left to right? We implement it in a secure, scalable, and low-cost way. And also, how do we get it running fast? Because sometimes these type of solutions might seem like it's going to take too much money, or there's going to just take too much time to get our people trained, etc. And what we've provide today is a platform that is going to be well recognized by end users, because it's the same Windows and Office experience we have on the desktop and on the laptops. And also, from an IT department standpoint, it connects with what you have. It's extensible through third-party or multiple platforms out there, and also has a very strong development story with our .NET and Visual Studio tools. So you can develop and customize as you need, or you can look at third-party applications that are out there, whether it's a high-end, middle-end, or you're a small, medium-sized business. We have a solution for you. So the benefits can come in quite fast, right? So you can immediately start seeing that productivity. Imagine a world where your employees, especially in this environment, they're roaming, they're looking at they're going to multiple areas, regions, they're going to see customers, partners, they can have the information they need, respond to that email, get the proposal. Maybe I'm a sales agent and I need that specific information that's back in the office, so I can just connect to that application, submit the request, and get it right there. Maybe I'm an insurance company, there's an accident that happened, I need to take a photo, make a quote, etc., and I can do that right there. I'm a healthcare professional. A lot of scenarios. I think there are a lot of scenarios out there, and mobility is the enabler for sure that make this agile, make this work fast, empower our employees, and have the right decision making at the right time with a low cost. Regardless of which topic vertical you are today, or where your company focuses, whether it's finance, healthcare, manufacturing, construction, sales professionals, you'll have a need. And the way you'll interact with information and your customers or partners will be different. Maybe you have a customer relationship management solution, an enterprise resource management solution, project management, asset management, so on and so forth. There are a lot of solutions out there that work with Windows Mobile. So a lot of the well-known products, they'll have a mobile client you can adopt immediately, or you might have a need, you maybe have an internal solution you've developed, you can mobilize it in a straightforward way if you're based on if you develop it with the standards that are known out there in the industry, or if you use .NET or the Visual Studio development framework. This can be easy to do. And the benefit here is you don't have to rehire a lot of developers or people to do this. It's just a question of taking that talent and start developing on this new platform. It's quite easy to deploy. Or then again, it's a question of whether you want to buy it or you want to build it. And we've seen a lot of scenarios in multiple industries that Windows Mobile, and we have solutions out there that are really making businesses agile. And the last key thing is, when we talk about hardware and form factors on the device, Windows Mobile has a lot of breadth and a lot of choice. Maybe you need a ruggedized device that can take dropping on the floor, or a continuous use, or maybe you need more of a high-end with a keyboard and a touchscreen, or maybe you need a GPS, or you need to put more accessories around it. We have a lot of options, and our portfolio is quite rich. to make sure we have something that fits your needs.